So this is lesson number 4 in the Tai Chi Soon short form. We've done 3 lessons where we kind of broke down the moves, and our focus for today is going to be on how to put it together in a kind of sequence that allows you to do it for a period of time. So before we get into that, we're going to do a little warm up. So we'll start by putting one foot on the floor. So you're standing on one leg and then you're on your, kind of on the ball of your foot on the other side. And we're going to just make a little circle with the ball, like around the ball of the foot, so that you've got a little movement going in your hip, a little movement going on in your knee, and a little movement maybe going on in the ankle joint, hopefully as well. Oh, and then go the other direction. Give that leg a little shake and switch. So now the weight's in that foot leg, and we'll do the opposite side. So you're going to spin around the ball of the foot and get to the degree possible kind of a circular motion going in the hip and the knee and the ankle. Go the other direction. That's nice. All right, give that leg a little shake. And then we're going to let the feet stand a little wider than the hips, a little soft at the knee, a little soft at the hip. And then let your torso just turn from one side to the other. So we're twisting at the waist. And we're going to let the arms just get really loose. This is one of my favorite things. It just feels nice. Let's do about 3 more. All right, so when we get back to the middle, we're going to take one arm up and one arm down and stretch between those 2 points. Oh, this is a Qigong move called Bridging Heaven and Earth. And so you could even, if you wanted to, kind of lift up onto the tiptoes and stretch yourself a little more to the side. So you get a little bit more room for a bit of a side bend, but reaching between those 2 hands. Let's do it one more time on each side. And then we're going to do some shoulder circles, up, around, and back. I'm trying to feel the shoulder blades make as big a range of motion on the back as we can. When you get to the bottom, go the other direction. So making, again, that big range of motion. One more time. Okay. Now, we're going to lift the shoulders up and let them fall. Lift them up and let them fall. One more time. Lift them up and let them fall. Okay. So then we're going to drop the chin and let the head roll over one shoulder. We're just going to keep going back and forth over that same shoulder for a bit. As you're doing this, you might find like, right there needs a little deeper stretch. So you might pause and then keep going. And maybe that spot needs a little deeper stretch. And then you keep going. So you're just going to do that twice more, going back and forth. Now, as we come back, we're going to let the head kind of come all the way down so the chin is kind of over the breastbone, and then just let your head float up. Notice if there's any difference in the way the neck feels on one side versus the other. And then we're going to let the head go the opposite direction. Again, we're going to bring the chin down and roll it up and over that shoulder. It might be tighter on one side than the other. So again, there might be some little spots that you want to hang out with. Now, just for the folks watching this on YouTube, if you have any trouble doing Tai Chi standing, you can do Tai Chi seated and just do the arm work and the turning from the waist and a little bit of leg work within the chair. Bring your chin back, lift your head up. See how things went. So this demo is on the feet, but you can do Tai Chi seated as needed. So we're going to take the hands and kind of turn the wrists in both directions a bit. Spread the fingers out nice and big, curl them in, spread them out, curl them in, spread them out, curl them in. One more time, nice and big. Give them a little wiggle. Okay, so we're going to let the arms kind of shake out a little bit, shake out the torso, give each leg a little shake. And so we just find ourselves now in our earth posture. So the earth posture is the feet are a little on the wider side. It's a little bit like mountain pose in yoga in that we're kind of feeling the groundedness that we might be experiencing here on the floor. Or if you're outside on your deck or on the patio or wherever you might be. And then letting your pelvis just stay stable and neutral. So that might imagine kind of your tailbone hanging down a little bit like a dinosaur tail, a little soft at the hip and the knee. And we're going to bring the arms up and over a ball, and then we're just going to push that away. Okay, so we're going to do that motion. Bring the arms up, over a ball, push that ball away. So I'm letting my legs get a little straighter at the top, and then as I come over the ball, a little bit deeper bend in the knee. Push. Arms coming down. I'm going to come back to straighter legs. The arms float up. As I go over the ball, I'm bending into my knee, pushing that ball away. We're going to do that one more time. So a little straighter legs to start with, and as I come over the ball, I'm going to sink in, push that ball away. And then I'm going to come to the heaven posture, and that involves bringing my heels in touch with each other with my toes slightly wide. So you've got a little bit of a V between the feet, and it's not all the way turned out to 90 degrees. It's at most a 45-degree angle situation. So we're looking at just a little turnout. So this heaven posture, when I stand in this posture, it makes me feel like I'm kind of zipped up through my spine, so a little taller. Maybe that's the reason. So this is our opening posture for the Sun short form of Tai Chi for health. So we're going to let ourselves kind of sink a little bit. The arms are going to come up. This time the palms are facing. And when the arms get to about the height of the chest, we're going to put all the weight over into the right leg. And we're going to step forward and hand someone a ball. And then that right leg is going to step forward. Now we're back to that earth posture. We're going to take a breath. And then bring the hands back. Now the palms turn out, and we're going to go to the right, which might look like the left to you. So go whichever direction makes sense. But we're going out to the right. This is called single whip. And as my hand sweeps over to this left side, I'm going to bring my right foot back in, switch which hand is on top. And now waving hands like clouds, I'm going to step out, turn at the waist, and try to imagine myself moving with the pace. Switch hands when you get to the corner, step in, shift the weight back to the left leg. So I'm imagining myself moving at the pace of clouds, moving on a beautiful spring day. Not too much wind, just the right amount. So we've got 3 steps. So that's 1, I bring the foot in. And then with the amount of space that I have in my home, I'm going to take 1 more step out. It might be a small one. And when you get to the center, we're going to bring the hands back together and take a Qigong breath. So the hands float out and they come back. Now, we're going to rotate pivot on the right toe. So the right heel spins back behind us. My right arm is making a shape like I'm hugging my friend. I'm going to step forward with my left foot, and then it's like I'm brushing my knee with my left hand. The right hand pushes forward. Step in with your right foot. All the weight into the right leg. Come up onto your left tiptoes, and then strum your guitar. Left hand is high, right hand is protecting your elbow. Now that left foot steps down, and my right hand juts out. This is the first of the parries. Step up with your right foot, left hand juts out. Step with your left foot, you're going to pull your right fist back, and then your feet and fists are going to come together. Step back with your right foot, pull back a ball, and then push that ball away. And then we're going to come around. Now normally we would close the door here, but instead we're going to go right back in. So we're going to take a big breath, Qigong breath. And then we're going to push the palms forward and step out, single whip. Coming back, we're going to step out again, waving hands like clouds. Step in, change your hands. Travel back all the way around, so your weight's in your left leg, then step right. Travel over to the right side. Step in, travel back over to the left side. And then one more time, stepping out. Again, given my space requirements, it might be a tiny step, and then Qigong breath. And then I'm going to spin out, hug my friend. I'm going to step forward and brush my knee, push. Step your right foot in. Sink into that right leg, lift onto your left tiptoes. Step down with your left foot and strike with the right hand. Right foot, left hand. Fist comes back, fist and feet meet. Step back to pull back the ball and push it away like a mountain. And coming around to the center, we're just going to let the hands travel. We're going right back where we came from. Take a breath. And then we go right back in. Palms float forward, single whip. And then stepping out. And coming back. So this is our waving hands like clouds. Stepping out. Coming back. We got one more to go. Stepping out. And coming back. Taking a nice big breath. And then I'm going to hug my friend, pivot so that I'm facing my left, step forward with the left, brush the knee and push. Step in halfway. Come on back, lift onto your left tiptoe, strum your guitar. Step down and strike, that's the right strike. Step, strike, that's your left strike. Step, fist comes back. Everything together. Pulling back a ball. Pushing the mountain. Now I just turn my right foot to home. Travel to it. Turn my left foot to home. That's where I came from. Take a Qigong breath. And we go right back in. Palms float forward. Single whip. Waving hands like clouds. 1. 2, and again, take smaller steps if you don't have a whole ton of room. 3. And the feet come together, I return to the center and take a Qigong breath. And then I'm going to hug my friend, brush my knee and push, step in and strum my guitar, strike, strike, punch, fist back, everything together. Pulling back the ball, pushing the mountain. I'm coming around. Now we're going to close the door for a moment. So we're going to take our Qigong breath. And then the arms are going to float up. So this is our closing move. And then they come straight down in front of us. When they reach the hips, and we're not in a hurry, then we're going to bring the right heel in, the left heel in, stand up nice and tall, and then bow. Okay, so that's our form. So the center section can be expanded by adding more rounds, or it can be just having a few rounds, just one round. So we're gonna do that again with, we're gonna go 3 rounds to the right. And then I'm gonna show you another possibility for this, which is actually to do a few rounds to the left, which will confuse you. But we'll try it, and it might not be very successful at it, but let's try it. Okay, so I'm gonna back myself up as far as I can back myself up. So I have that room to step forward. And I'm gonna bring my heels together so I'm in the heaven posture. And then just take a moment to feel yourself tall. And then we're gonna let the exhale kind of send us down. We're gonna inhale, the arms are gonna come up. I'm gonna step forward with my left foot and hand someone a ball. And then my right foot follows, and I take a Qigong breath here. Okay. So then my palms float forward, and I'm stepping out for single whip. And coming across. So this is the part we know already. And then stepping out for waving hands like clouds. One more time. We're going to take a nice big breath. I'm going to hug my friend, step and push, step half in, and then I'm going to strum my guitar, step and strike, step and strike, fist is coming back, and then I'm going to bring it together. Stepping back to pull the ball back, and then pushing it away like a mountain. And then I just turn my right foot to home, bring my torso there, bring my left foot to home. Take a breath. And I'm going to bring my hands forward. I'm stepping back out, single whip, round 2. And then waving hands like clouds. Keep your knees a little soft. Let yourself kind of follow the hand on top if you like. And we got one more cloud to go. And then I'm going to take a nice deep breath. And I'm going to hug my friend. I'm stepping out, brushing the knee and pushing. Stepping in, strumming the guitar. Come up onto those tiptoes on your left foot. And then that left foot just steps forward. Right hand strikes. Right foot forward, left hand strikes. Left foot forward, right hand comes back to punch. everything comes together. Step back and draw the ball back. Push the mountain. Right foot to home, coming around, join the foot. Left foot to home, Qigong breath. So that was the second of our 3 rounds. So we're going to do one more, stepping out for single whip and bringing it back. And then waving hands like clouds. When I get to this corner now and come back to center, that's my 3rd round, so I'm going to take a Qigong breath. And then I'm going to hug my friend, the tree, or friend. Step out, brush your knee and push. Step in, strum your guitar. Step down to strike. Step up to strike. Step up to punch. Everything comes together, feet and fists. Stepping back, we're going to push the mountain. And then I'm going to come back to home, following my right foot, bringing the left foot in. I'm going to take a Qigong breath. Now we're going to switch directions, which is going to seem confusing, but it's the same moves. So we're going to push forward, but this time we're going to step out left for our single whip. And then we're going to go to the left for waving hands like clouds. Now don't worry about it if your hands aren't right or this is confusing, just do your best. Stepping out. One more time. I might go off frame. I'm trying to stay inside the picture. And then we're going to do a Qigong breath. Now my left hand's gonna hug my friend, and my right foot's gonna step forward. I'm gonna brush my knee and push. Step in, strum the guitar. It's on the opposite side. It's gonna feel weird, y'all. Step down and strike. Step, strike. Step, bring your fist back. Fists and feet meet. Step back with that same foot to pull the ball back. Push the mountain. So now my left foot's going to travel to home, and then my right foot's going to follow. And it's possible that if you're watching this video, I finally did it the right direction. So we're going to float the palms forward. We're going out for that single whip. Stepping back in, waving hands like clouds, step out. Okay, so we're going to do 3 of them little ones because I don't know if I'm staying in the frame. And again, most importantly with the clouds, it's just that we get that vibe of like super relaxed, changing movement. We want to feel the yin nature of clouds. They're always changing. Little Qigong breath. Now I'm going to hug my friend. Step forward, brush my knee and push. Half a step in with that back foot. Front foot comes onto the tiptoes. And then I'm going to step down and strike. Step up, strike. Step up, bring my fist back. Fist and feet together. Step back with that left foot, bring the ball back. And push it like a big mountain. Oh, it takes a lot of weight. Coming around, left foot, rest of me, right foot. Qigong breath, we're gonna do it one more time. So we're gonna flatten the palms forward. I can watch this top hand, which makes it wobblier for me, or I can watch the hand moving. Usually you're supposed to watch the top hand, but I'm better on my balance if I watch the hand that's going. So we're going to float like clouds, which might be a good reason for me to do the opposite. challenge myself a little. Oh. And then one more time, stepping out to wave our hands like clouds. Now, when I get to the center, I'm going to take that Qigong breath. Feels nice to do those little breaths, doesn't it? So we're going to hook this arm. I'm going to step forward, brush my knee and push. Half a step in, strum your guitar, come up onto your tiptoes, and then we step down to strike. Step up, strike. Bring your fist back. Fist and feet come together. Step back, we're going to pull that ball back, and then we're pushing it like a big mountain. Oh, and then we're going to come around. Left foot, right foot, Qigong breath. And then we're going to close our door. So I'm going to bring my arms up and let the arms come all the way down, just whatever. You can have a little bend in your elbow, whatever's appropriate for your shoulders. When your arms come to your hips, then we bring the heels in, right heel, left heel. Stand up nice and tall. Again, we're going to make a fist with our right hand. That represents strength. We're going to come to an open palm, thumb tucked in, representing humility and friendship. And then we're going to bow to each other. We're practicing together today. And then our last few minutes here, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch. Kind of release our body a little bit. So take your legs out kind of wide. You can turn the toes out or in a little. I like mine out a little bit. We're going to put the hands on the thighs and just do kind of a little horse stance roll here, taking a shoulder in, taking a shoulder in. I've got a little bend in the knee. Just letting myself lean forward and back. Now I'm going to turn the heels out just a little bit and let myself fold forward. Now if you've got really tight hamstrings, keep those knees a little soft, friends. Your hamstrings are a little more forgiving. You can go way into this. Maybe even grab your ankles or the backs of your calves. Oh. And again, I find it really helpful to do a little bit of movement. You can even move a little bit through the torso back and forth. Oh. And then we're going to kind of go over one way, turn the toes out, bend the knees as much as you need to. Just lean in that direction and kind of lean back into that stretch through the back body. Oh, that feels good. And then we're going to change sides. So I'm going to bring that foot in, turn this foot out. I'm going to get in here, and then I'm going to try to straighten out my leg a little bit and fall into that. Bent knees are happy. Just don't rip your hamstrings out of your butt. No one wants that. And then coming back to the center, I'm going to bring my heels in and come into a deeper squat. Ooh. And we're going to do some Qigong in the squatting position. And this is Qigong for, let's say I've been feeling a little wishy-washy and I need to get my courage. So that's what this is. So we're going to bring the fist to your hips, thumbs pointing up. We're going to go like this, ha! And turn the fist so the thumb is to the center, okay? Ha! 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 Two more, ha! 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 Okay, now we're going to get a little quieter. Two more. Now, we're going to get completely silent, but we're going to get flinty with the eyes. So the eyes are doing all of the ha. Two more. And then pull yourself back together. And see how you feel. And so it's a Qigong practice. We're kind of like picking yourself up by your bootstraps and getting out there and getting it done, friends. Namaste. And bowing to you. Thanks for practicing with me.